everybody, and welcome into another mental health moment. It's Tim and Gemma from the Mental Health Hour, a live broadcast we bring live every week to Twitch on Wednesday nights. We started doing these mental health moments for a little shorter clip on topics that we discuss on the show, and just kind of dig deeper into them in a shorter span of time. Today, we'll be talking about self-care, which is a great topic in mental health and something we kind of touch on in most of our broadcasts in one way or another. So we'll go ahead and dive a little deeper into self-care today. So self-care, a great topic in mental health. Like I said, we touch on it in virtually every episode that we talk about, or every topic that we discuss on the show. We can look at some way in self-care. Asking for help is the number one thing you can do for self-care. It is one of the hardest things we learn to do, but we need to do it. We need to be okay with asking for help because it's okay to need help. And once we realize that, we can move forward a lot easier in our own journeys. So asking for help is step one, and there's no shame in it at all. It's the biggest, like I said, the biggest thing you can do for your own self-care. It takes a lot of the strain off of your own head. And, like I said, it's okay to need help. Spending some time alone, that's fairly easy these days with COVID-19 pandemic. But the essence of it is to just kind of be alone, let yourself, meditate, just away from the hustle and bustle of the daily life, just taking some time for yourself. And that goes hand in hand with putting yourself first. Let yourself be number one for once. A lot of people spend a lot of effort and unselfish acts by, taking the back seat a lot of the time. But sometimes you got to put yourself first for your own health. And ask for what you need. Don't be afraid to ask when you're asking for help. Let people know exactly what you need help with. And don't forget to set boundaries. These are key. Like I was just telling Gemma, you can't very well be mad at somebody for stepping on your boundaries without them being aware of what they are. You've got to set your boundaries and make them known. So don't be afraid to jump out there and let others know even when you're asking for help, what's going on in your life and where your boundaries are. Gemma?
Yeah, like another one pretty close to what you just said about spending time alone, staying at home, like doing something for yourself that isn't just rushing around outside, like doing things for other people, like racing around every day, work, things like that. Just stay at home, take a bath, just have some time for yourself. And like being a parent is so exhausting, so just have some time for you. Saying no as well, that's something that I personally find really difficult. If someone asks you to do something and you're not comfortable with it, or you don't think you've got the time to do it, say no. Like, people will understand. There's no point agreeing to do things, piling yourself up, worrying then about how am I going to get this done, and stressing yourself out with loads of things to do and not being able to do them and look after yourself. Forgive yourself as well. Everybody makes mistakes. We're human. We aren't perfect. Forgive yourself. Let it go. Move on from that. And then take a step back. Like, think about what's happened. Take a step back. Think about it. Don't beat yourself up about it and move on from that. Like, don't let it consume you. Take a step back from it. Go into a little detail if you have to about what went wrong, what could I do next time. Journal it, and then move on from it. Let it go. Don't keep eating yourself up with it.
All right, so we talked about some things that we can do for self-care, but why is this important? Self-care is one of the main essential parts of our mental health and our day-to-day mental health being well. Kind of the little bit we can do each day to help make it better, if that makes any sense. So all these things that we went over, and there's a multitude of things that we haven't touched on, like meditation, but taking time for yourself kind of falls into the same category. But if you're into meditation, yoga, any kind of grounding techniques, which we'll get into on another moment, these types of things are all great for the overall mental health as the day goes on, which in turn, as the week goes on and as the month goes on, and it all adds up in the end. Gemma, would you agree?
Yeah, like if you're starting the day where you're not fully recharged for that day and you're starting just on half a battery, for say, and you're going to go the whole day, you're just going to get more and more worn out, more and more exhausted, and you're going to end up mentally, physically, and emotionally drained so much quicker, to the point where something's going to have to give. And at some point, you're going to completely break down and not be able to continue. So trying to make sure that at the end of each day, especially, you get plenty of sleep and you take time to recharge your batteries one way or another. It's so important just to keep going for the week, to make sure that you're able to do the things that you need to do, be it
Right.
work or looking after your children, and just for yourself too.
Mm-hmm. Well, that should do it for self-care this time around. This is something that Gemma and I will continue to talk about on the regular. Self-care is just one of those things where it's so important to keep touching on and keep reminding ourselves to check in with ourselves and to take steps in the right direction for bettering our mental health. And it all starts with self-care. So keep an eye out for more to come on self-care and new episodes every Wednesday. And Gemma will tell us, as always, about our socials.
Yeah, so don't miss any of the episodes, and to make sure you don't, join the Discord server that we have. You'll find the link for that in the bio link, which is below. And there's all sorts of other links in there, so you can find all our socials, where we go live, the YouTube to watch the replays. Everything's in the bio link, and the website is below as well. So check it out and make sure you don't miss the lives by joining them.
And please, if you do like this content, don't forget to like, subscribe, help us out on all of our YouTube content.
Definitely. Yeah.
So thank you for joining us, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.
Yeah.